Hi guys, welcome back to ThinkView and this is your technology princess. So you all been know that the memory crisis has driven the laptop prices crazy. In this economy, you have to pay double the price just to get half the performance. Take the recent Ryzen AI7-444, it's basically a renamed Ryzen 5 with only 6 cores. So I spent an amount of time researching the market and finally found the hidden gem in a laptop that's just under $1,000. This laptop has a last year Intel Core Ultra 225H. With its 14-core and Intel Arc Graphic 130T, it can outperform some of the latest so-called flagship chips from gaming to graphical work or even MATLAB. And that price also comes with 30 gigs of RAM. So how can it be that good? Just stick with me to the end of the video and we'll figure out together. The secret behind the performance of this Intel Core Ultra 5 225H is the letter H. It stands for high performance. This CPU has a total of 14 cores, 4 of which are performance and the other 10 are efficient cores. So in compare a chip like Intel Core Ultra 7 258V, this Ultra chip is allowed to draw significant more power. And what about the result? Our team ran the benchmark with Cinebench 24 and the multi-core score hit 784, which is way higher than the Ultra 7 chip and even rivaled the latest Ryzen AI7-445, even in single-core or multi-core. To give you the general idea, this level of performance is on par with names like Apple M4. In real-world usage, this Vivobook 14 with the Ultra 5 chip can handle flawlessly tasks like Photoshop with multi-layered files, exported full HD videos in Premiere, and ran MATLAB simulations. And that's about the CPU. In terms of GPU, well, surprisingly, it has one very capable integrated GPU, the Intel Arc Graphics 130T. This GPU has a 7Z2 core instead of 8 we see in the Intel Arc Graphics 140T. But raw performance alone, it can be on par with such like Radeon 890M that you will see in a handheld PC like the ROG Xbox Ally X. Which means this GPU is still very capable to play video games, even the AAA titles. But here's the catch. To fully activate the Intel Arc 130T in your system, you have to make sure that your laptop is running the dual channel RAM. Otherwise, it's gonna fall back to just generic Intel graphics, which means the performance will drop. Our unit comes pre-installed with only one stick of RAM, so that second RAM stick is a mandatory cost that you have to factor into the laptop's purchase price. And since we are on the memory crisis right now, that stick of RAM is not that cheap. However, if you don't need to play AAA games, do heavy 3D rendering or edit videos, you can entirely skip the second RAM stick for now and upgrade it later. The Ultra 5 225 has another great thing. Despite being an H-series chip, it doesn't consume excessive power thanks to the 3nm process. It might draw slightly more power than the U or the V series, but you will notice the better performance in return. On this specific machine, the battery capacity is the issue. It has a 42 Wh battery, which is on the smaller side. In ThinkView standard test, the machine lasted about 4 hours. This isn't enough time for someone who needs an all-day battery without plugging in. The workaround is that the laptop supports USB-C power delivery, so you can share a compact GAN charger with your phone, making it highly portable. If your class has access to outlets or you work at a fixed desk, this is acceptable. But if you're constantly on the move all day, you will need to put this into consideration. Beside the performance, this is still a great laptop with good build quality for under $1,000. The chassis is entirely plastic, but it feels solid in the hand. The actual weight measured by our team is 1.55 kg. The keyboard is something I specifically want to give a good word to. It has great travel, clear tactile feedback, and is backlit, making it comfortable for late night work. Furthermore, this is a nice bonus for online classes and meetings. A full HD webcam with an IR sensor for window halo login, completely with a physical privacy shutter. As for the actual image quality, you're currently watching the live footage of our team shot directly from this webcam. It's bright and clear enough for studying and video calls. Display quality is where Asus cut corners to hit the under $1,000 price tag. It features a 40-inch panel, a 16:10 aspect ratio, and a full HD resolution. This aspect ratio is fantastic for productivity, displaying more vertical content than traditional 16:9 screens. However, the manufacturer claims 300 nits and 63% of sRGB, while our team test measurement is actually peaked at 270 nits. So basically, this laptop is perfectly fine for indoor working environment, but if you work outside or under a bright sunlight, you're going to struggle a little bit. The color gamut is adequate for office work, studying, or casual entertainment. However, if you're a design student and you require color accuracy, this screens might not be for you, or you just have to plug in an extra monitor, in which I already have a video about that. Speaking of ports and connectivity, this Vivobook 14 offers a wide variety of ports. Both supports DisplayPort output and PD charging, 2 USB-A, 1 HDMI, and 1 headphone jack. You don't need to carry a dongle around with this laptop for external monitor or school projector. One small thing you should know about is that both USB-C ports are 5 gigabit per second standards, not USB 4 or Thunderbolt. For office and study needs, this won't affect you at all, but if you plan to hook up an eGPU or Thunderbolt SSDs later on, this laptop can't do it. I mean, for a laptop under $1,000, this is completely understandable. I just want you to be fully aware before you make that decision. Let's wrap this up to make your decisions easier. This Vivobook 14 punches away above its weight class and performance thanks to the underrated 225A chip, but it comes with two clear trade-offs, the display and the battery, plus one condition: you must add one more RAM. This would be a great laptop for businessmen, engineering, and STEM students who need serious CPU power for running MATLAB, coding, basic photo editing, and video rendering with a total budget under $1,000. Well, include the extra RAM stick as well. It's for those who want a compact 14-inch laptop with a solid keyboard with a good webcam for both studying and online meetings. But this is not a laptop for design students who need a color-accurate display, people constantly on the move with no access to outlets, and users who just want an out-of-the-box experience without touching the hardware. Because if you don't install that ROM, you are literally only using half of its machine potential. So what do you think? Is this laptop fit your preferences? Are you going to buy it in this crazy chaotic economy? Let me know what you think in the comment and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!